Hey guys, this is Rock King 3 bringing you another live commentary, Forza 5. And today we're going to be doing red versus blue again. And today's participants we have Stella, Stig, and Rock King 3, myself, in the red team. And we have Cornwolf and Moneyman 300 in the blue team. We are taking these Toyota Supras, and we took them up to S class. We're doing all-wheel drive, and we're racing on Catalunya International. So what we do is we take 10 minutes to tune our cars, and then we take them directly to the track, and we compete against red versus blue. The team with the highest points between the two teams racing, basically you got to be like first and third, I think, to win. I don't know if you can win at first and fourth, but it's the two red cars versus the two blue cars. Hope you enjoy this. Here comes the quick tune, and then the race that follows. Thanks a lot for watching. All right, and I'm back. So here's the good news and the bad news. The bad news is my video recording for the live change out of this particular build out did not work. So I'm going to walk you through real quick just so you guys know what I did, because the other players in this video are going to show you theirs from their vantage point. So I ran in here real quick and I did the highest upgrade. I went to the V10. It was an all-wheel drive challenge, so I went to the all-wheel drive challenge part of it. I did the twin turbo, and I went through this a lot faster when I was building out originally. I had the Forza front wing, I have the Forza rear wing, and then I did this just for the fun of it. I put a hood on it. I thought that was kind of neat looking. Not a big savings by any means. And I'm just going to work my way backwards here. We got the race compound tires, and I have the R9 or the 245 35s. I actually didn't go here, but you can see my PI didn't end up right, so I had to lower that to the smaller one, the 245 35 front tire width. Did the full rear, and just to show you the spectrum, there's a lot of tires here. If I went with the 345 20s in the back, I believe I went with the heavy wheels. I did. I went with the Lexani LTC 701s. And then I also did the full upgrade on the rims as well on both R19s in the front and R19s in the rear. This was pretty interesting. I couldn't do the clutch after it was all said and done, but I have the race transmission, which as you see did not cost me any PI. I found that out pretty interesting. I have the race drive line, and I have the race differential as well. I have the race brakes, I have the race springs, I have the race front and rear anti-roll bar, I have the race cage, and I kept the full weight reduction. I had to make a choice between that and horsepower, and you'll see why I did what I did at the horsepower. Actually, I have no other upgrades in the engine compartment except for the turbos, and I went with the Sport Twin Turbo. I had this one originally, but like I said, I wanted to keep the weight and the tires that I had, the race tires. So I ended up compromising some horsepower, 32 horsepower for that. You see my acceleration changed pretty drastically because of it as well. Go through the tune. I started off with a really close tune. I just made a few changes on the fly. 27 on the tires. I did adjust this up about 0.2. I went to 446 to get that 6th gear to wrap up in that long straightaway. And I increased this from 2518 to 2820. And the springs I went a little bit softer at 1502 and 20.16 on the rear. Springs 508.3 and the rear at 723.9. I made a couple on the fly adjustments there. This one stayed pretty much standard 10.2 and 9.7. I kept that throughout the challenge. 4.9 and 4.7 on the pump stiffness. Full aero. Since it was an S-Class car, I wanted to make sure I had full aero. I started with 140%, and during the test lap, I bumped that up to 160. I did lock it up a little bit, but I'm going to leave it at 53 for right now, but I think that'll probably have to come down to about 50, but we'll leave that for now. And then I left these stock, and I moved that up to 80, and I went up to 75 originally, and then right at the very end, I changed it to an 80. Alright, so the next video is going to be the actual race. Alright, good luck, guys.
How many laps we got? 4 laps. Mine is slightly understeering. I did notice that straight away.
Mine was an understeering monster in that half a lap that I drove. I made some last minute changes and didn't get to drive it again. We'll see.
I did the same thing. I made a differential change.
Interest on this first corner.
Yeah, don't be taking it easy.
Well, it takes forever to heat up your tires too in this car.
Yeah.
I take it we all went for race tyres.
Yes.
We're going for track ones.
And I'll split with red and blue.
Yep. It's different, two different colors of blue. Sort of. Their speeds are all pretty similar.
That's an interesting drive line, Cornwolf.
Well, I tried to avoid hitting you and I just...
Okay. Now I'm oversteering.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, I was slow out of that corner.
Didn't really have any time to do my gearing on this car too much.
I didn't do anything with it. I bumped it down up a little bit.
I could get down the straightaway pretty quick.
Ah!
Didn't understeer as bad as it did before. So there's some understeer there, though. Lost a lot of speed in that.
Extreme off you down the straight. Not a lot though. Oh,
Stella took that corn wolf riding line.
Nice and wide.
Must be a European
Sets up
line.
nice as long as I get. As long as I get off the gas, my car sets up good.
I'm just trying to get some of that sticky grass on my tyres.
Yeah, just a little bit of understeer with the all-wheel drive, I think.
Yeah. Tried to do quite a bit of oversteer tuning in mine.
I did too, but still not enough.
Oh. It's close. I got throttle understeer.
Get him, Stella. Get him.
Back on me.
I'm trying not to hit the wide line. Might keep it a bit tighter on this corner this time.
Try something.
Brake line shows up pretty early.
Try something different.
Ah.
Oh, my brakes are locking up a little bit.
Yeah, mine were too. I even bumped my pressure down.
I bumped my pressure up, but I didn't get my balance down right.
Pressure's mental.
Yeah, it might have been my pressure. Or the balance, I mean.
Oh, sorry. I think everybody's having
Slow through these turns.
Locking up
It's the only way I can make this car turn.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Are we going for place or are we going for lap time?
I think what it'll do is at the end, if you look at the event results, it will add my time and your time finishing time up.
Oh, okay, okay.
And then the blue teams, and it'll work out that way, I think.
All right.
I'll set the lobby up right.
All may not be lost even though I'm right at the back.
Run a good lap here.
Yeah, I keep locking it up right before that S.
Visual drift. Hey, made it to the end.
That's quite fun, actually. Me and Money had a good little battle.
Yeah, we did a good race going. Score 10:42. We're behind. Doesn't show individual laps, does it?
I think so. Let's check on the.
I did put a neat hood on my car though. I like it.
Yeah, I did that as well. I spent about 30 seconds messing about with the side skirts and the hood, and it's like, I'm going to make a damn bit of difference.
It does do individual, or does it? No.
Yeah, in the event results, it might. But it shows individual, but it shows your overall individual.
Oh, okay. I see. So who got second place then? Did you get second? By four
Yeah,
four
it was-
tenths of a second? Okay.
Yeah, he was right behind me.
I was dead last on that.
Is that testing that the new experimental line out in the first corner? I think that I'm with you a little bit.
Just thought I'd do a bit of off-roading.
Cool, right then. So drifting. How do you want to do the drift?